But I live waiting for the thing to come so we can share it on Facebook.
Oh, is that what
we're
we're
waiting
doing?
for the thing to come up. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, look, we're streaming live now, so there's some different things involved in this. I thought I had it figured out, but still don't see it or whatever.
It's a lot you're trying to do.
Well, it's not
You
a
need
lot.
an assistant.
It's not that. You mean I need like another assistant on top of the producer? There we go. We
Yeah,
already
no,
got-
a personal assistant.
Already got
Doctors
people
have
viewing
those.
it. This I will say this. This does look like real rookie. You know what I mean? Like it looks
What
like.
does that mean?
Well, me sitting here on the thing like on YouTube on my phone on the show while it's going on.
Well, it's like reality television.
Yeah. So here we go. We're gonna post it now.
This thing might get broke in advance, just to let you know.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Whine And Cheese. This is number 39. You came back officially at 37, right?
Been downhill ever since.
No, actually, it's been great. It really has. The listenership, the viewership, we just want to thank everybody out there, has only gone way up since you came back. What do you think that means?
It means we're spending a little bit of money in the right places.
Well, I agree because wait, no. I do want to. This is like a little information that I can give to the fans because there's a lot of people out there now that everybody you see now has got their own podcast or got their own live show or something. To
Oh,
try.
everybody's going live now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I definitely locally, I'm the one who started that trend, and people were scared to do it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I'm going to put myself out there. Now everybody thinks they can go live, and
Dude,
you're not
a fucking
entertaining.
pioneer and a doctor.
Yeah, and then they steal from me. They steal my bassists, they steal my rappers, they steal everything.
Stealing my hashtags.
Yeah. So just want to welcome everybody back. We did figure out a little thing. As everybody knows, if you have a band page or a fan page on Facebook, you can do a little boost. You can pay a couple dollars and it gets seen by more people. Well, the Czar here filled me in that Facebook don't work so good. So he said, man, why don't you, if you're gonna do a little boost to get people to watch it, why don't you do it on YouTube? And you know what? Last show,
I think I originally asked you to do it so I could beat the Bobby Horner guy.
yeah, but you
I was
did
close,
that.
and I'm like,
you almost doubled him up with no. It was
Shooting
all
for
organic.
Weinstein.
Well, I got to tell you,
It took two of them.
Go check out the Kirk Winstein interview I did with.
No,
Kyle
don't
Thomas.
go look at that. Don't just watch 36 again.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You don't want to go watch that.
If you're gonna do a little promo, you're gonna spend your little $5 or $10 to try to push your stuff. Do it on YouTube. Last week's episode, it was at 300 views, which we appreciate everybody watching. We did a little boost. It's over 1,000 as of today.
What?
So yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gunning for 'em.
So we're
The good old American way.
We're taking this thing to the house. So, man, one thing that does make me very happy is that you had a miserable week.
Oh yeah.
You had a very
I heard
miserable
yours
week.
wasn't that great. You just
No.
stayed drunk through it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not as happy as I would have been because I also struggled all week since last Friday being sick. I know you were sick too, and nothing could warm my heart more than knowing that everything
I
else
was
you
in
did this
pain
week.
too,
Yeah.
huh? Oh,
You
yeah.
were in total pain.
Holy shit! I don't know how you can still drink. There's
What do you
no
mean?
way.
How can you still drink?
Like, how can you still drink? You can't even breathe. Your head's killing you.
Yeah,
It's
but
miserable.
I'm pretty sure death is the only thing that would stop me from drinking Natty
Really?
Light at night. Yeah. So Friday at
What
work.
about like liver disease?
Oh man, they got other livers out there.
I'm medicine for that.
I can remember talking in college with my buddy Joe Chang when we really used to run hard.
He's the one that gave you that hat?
No, that is some racist shit, dude. Because his name is Chang.
No, because that would make sense. Jeez, it's not
What?
racist. It makes fucking sense.
What? That Joe? His name Joe Chang.
I doubt fucking.
He's born in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Doubt a guy named Harry gave you that hat. Harry. Although he is helpful.
Friday, felt great, woke up, went to work, had to go to Baton Rouge for this big inspection, walked a couple hundred units in this one community. On the way home, man, turned for the worst, bro.
Yeah, fever.
Shivering,
Yeah.
sweating,
Oh, yeah.
fever. And woke
I'm
up.
glad you had it too. I'd hate to have only been the one who had it.
I hate being sick, and I woke up Saturday feeling even worse. First I've felt in years, and wouldn't you know, I got a gig in Baton Rouge that night.
That's bad.
Talk about the worst gig.
Yours is worse than mine. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
Chalk one up for the good guy.
Well, no, people still showed up to mine, and I performed, and they clapped. And
the shit worked?
Yeah.
Well, lucky you, but you felt like shit the whole time?
Actually, you want to know what?
Yeah, I
no.
do.
In the middle of the gig, my microphone went out, and old Shice had to scramble and give me a wired one. Oh. I looked like some type of moron with a wire hanging off of my microphone.
I don't think it was the wire.
That's not good. That's not. You had some coughing and some sneezing that had some blood in it. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it reached that point. I think it's because I get to the point where like this shit's coming out, and man, it's the swollen sinuses, not the mucus, and you're just still fucking going at it.
Yeah.
And that was bad. Mine happened towards the end of Not Real Radio. So
Y'all
like first half, I can hear it. Second half, man, they must have had me pushed all the way up because my voice was shot. And then you're breathing out your mouth. So to talk for 2 hours and not be able to breathe through your nose, you're going to go through some liquid. So you constantly got to pit like it's torture.
Well, let's be honest.
You should just not do it. I ain't even fucking getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well just stay home and not do it. But you can't. For some reason, you got to do it. Like being here today, not doing the show didn't even cross really your mind. You were like, I'm going to be doing the show sick.
Because that's what... One of my favorite podcasters and just guys is Joe Rogan.
Oh, I know. You told me all about it.
Look, I really love Joe Rogan, and he's got this theory that anybody that's really, really successful or trying to be successful at something, that they have to be a little bit insane, you know, because you have to be able to you have to always be thinking about you, and you kind of put other people's needs outside of that. And you're gonna do whatever you have to do. So yeah, even though at the moment we don't get paid for this, I treat this like I do work. Like I would never think of just not going and doing it. I treat it like a job because I want it to be good. And I think that's why you do it, because you're kind of maniacal, kind of twisted a little bit.
I was sitting on the drive here today, I gave myself the talk of, why are you even doing this? You feel like crap. You know when you feel bad, it gives you that little thought of, all right, this is not fun right now. I feel like shit. It's going to be a struggle to even get through the show. Why am I going to do this? What am I getting out of this?
Well, everybody out there that's watching is going to be able to enjoy your pain, and they already dislike you. So when they get to see you in pain, it makes them feel good and better about their own lives.
All right.
Right?
I think they feel the same way about you.
Yeah, but we got the wannabes back. I want to
we
thank
did?
them. I want to.
Well, which is we shit. I got them back.
Well, you drove them away in the first place.
Well,
hey,
fuck them then.
out there-
Go the fuck away again.
Whatever. I told them you shtick. I told them about your shtick.
What does that mean? I really don't like the shirts. I would never wear them.
Well, you know, try coming up with a good original idea on your own, and then maybe I'll
like
wear
I've
that.
never done that before.
What? This right there? Is that what you're talking about?
Multitudes, millions of. I was gonna be nice to you tonight. Let's be
Really?
nice. Yeah.
Okay, let's be nice. Anyway,
we both sick. Why you want to fight?
The wannabe nation out there, I can't even remember the slogan, but we party.
I see.
We party. We wear silly hats and we party. We got the wannabes back. You wore the fro last week.
I did, man.
You asked for the wannabes forgiveness.
I did.
Wannabeapparel.com. Find the wannabes on Facebook. Go check them out. They've been sponsoring me since I was a kid, running me out there on the beach, just being silly. And we got them back. They agreed to continue to sponsor the show, so we'd like to thank y'all for that.
Just another thing I've fixed here already.
You fixed that too,
I got
huh?
rid of the dikey doing it.
What's up with an egg?
We're going to break something, G's. We're going to break it. We're going to make omelets.
We want to give out, what you going to do, make breakfast?
I don't know.
Who cooks in your house?
This was your idea. Actually, it was Scheiss's idea.
No, we're going to
He
give
said
credit.
you ought to break an egg.
Hold on, we're going to give credit
He
where
said you ought to
credit's
break an
due.
egg, and you said you ought to break it on my head.
Well, yeah, I wanted you to break the egg on my head when I saw it, and of course, you don't have the balls to break it on my head, so, let's figure something else out.
Convenient, you
I'm
wore
the one
Chang's hat
providing.
tonight.
I'm the one providing the head, and you don't even want to break an egg on it. Let's give credit where credit is due. Leo LaFrance, my buddy out there that I've been friends with forever, he was the one who came up with the segment, the Czar breaks something.
Yeah, thanks,
and as
Leo.
you brought an egg, which is, I mean, I'm glad to know you put the minimal.
Too, boy. Check that out. Got the stamp.
The minimal amount of. Wait, let's see, because you know how you test
That's
it,
a
right?
high quality egg.
That's a raw egg, because if you spin a cooked one, it spins real fast. You know
sure
that
they're not
test?
total idiots.
I mean, if you watch Mr. Wizard. You remember Mr.
The
Wizard?
disease is getting you.
You remember Mr.
When he
Wizard?
froze the flour and
Man,
hit it with a hammer?
Mr. Wizard was some amazing shit, and he's the one where I learned the egg thing from.
Isn't there some way you can dunk it in vinegar for a little while and it gets like rubbery, like a bouncy ball?
Ooh, I don't know
You
about
never did that?
We should try that on the next show.
Do you sure you want to break it, or we can soak it in?
I know where we can get more eggs.
Where? Rouse's, baby.
Your house or
Right,
whatever.
right.
I'll just send Justin over there to get him out your bedroom.
Oh.
So,
He's pulled the 360.
so other than that, how's the week been?
Oh, it's totally consuming. Everything you do is harder. But I'm making it through it. And today I could slightly breathe, coming back to no fever. So yeah, it's amazing how much you appreciate feeling like just normal. Mm-hmm. Like you actually enjoy life again.
Yeah.
Or do you drink less?
No, it's about the same amount. It's just, you know what I've found with the Natty Light is that it's more of a ritual or just a habit now. I don't like the word addiction, so I don't use it. Addiction is just too many syllables to describe what I do, and I just think it's unfounded. I like to have...
I don't quit smoking but I quit enjoying smoking.
Yeah, see, that's right there. You
still gonna do it.
You're gonna tell me that you're gonna give me shit about drinking some Natty Lights when I'm sick, and you gonna smoke cigarettes that has chemicals and who knows what in, things that make that don't allow you to sustain an erection anymore.
Sorry, you got organic natural light. It's natural light. No preservatives in that thing.
I think anybody out there, communicate with George in the chat room whether you think cigarettes or Natty Light is worse for you.
It's my lungs against your liver. Let's see how it plays out.
Well, they got plenty of livers out there. They don't do lung replacement yet.
They don't?
No, livers. Did you know that when you land in the airport? At the Louis Armstrong Airport, the first sign you see is a big sign that says Oshna Hospital, Louisiana, your home for the liver transplant. Did you know that?
Right next door.
We do more liver transplant in Oshna Hospital than they do in everywhere else in the country combined. And did you know that I just made that stat up?
I thought we said no poking.
I just made that stat up just now, but I'm pretty sure I got a guy on the inside.
You're as accurate as most Facebook posts, so.
You know what else I got a guy on the inside on? Stealing the internet.
Yeah, we back up. That dude's
What's
the
up?
shit.
Shout out, you know who you are. So we're in an undisclosed location. It's a very nice studio. It's a commercial space, but we kind of got dicked over on the internet. But, all the Whine and Cheese fans that's out there, I reached out to you and I said, hey, there's got to be a way to steal the internet out there to where we can do this for free. And
the
sure
most
enough,
valuable thing in the whole world.
The internet.
Yeah.
You know who this cat Elon Musk is?
Is that the guy who gave us the free internet? I was about to say, you might not want to mention his name.
No, Elon Musk. He's the guy who owns the Tesla, one of the smartest guys in the world. He does the Tesla cars.
Never
and owns
met
the
the
Tesla corporate. Well, one thing that he's doing that's neat is he's donating $5 billion of his own money
40
to build and launch satellites into orbit to give the entire world free internet.
Never happened.
What do you mean never?
It'll just be so shitty of internet that you'd still rather pay than use that internet.
What would make you? What in his track record would you think?
Maybe not his track record, just the track record of how things go.
Yeah,
but paid internet will still be way better, and you'll still use it. But poor people, I guess, could find out.
Well, it's funny.
The best way to crack an egg.
The funny way you said that, I don't like how you taunt me with that. It's funny how you say that.
Wait, I'm not taunting you. I'm playing nice.
His first idea, or not idea, he said his first thing is going to be he's going to launch the first couple of satellites above third world countries that do not have access to free information. What do you think about that? What do you think
They're
about
probably actually directing the drones. The drones probably need the internet to function, so it's like 2 for 1.
Oh, okay. So
here's free internet, and we're going to use it to
bomb.
Use our drones, our surveillance drones.
Your tents and stuff. Well, good. Well, look, you know what? Nothing makes me.
Just making this shit up, man.
Nothing makes me happier than when you have an awful week. It really does make me feel better about my life. So I appreciate you showing up and sharing your pain with you.
And dying on the show.
Oh, God. If you die on it, I'm going to do a $100 boost on YouTube.
All right.
If you die on the show,
you won't have to.
I promise I will boost the shit out of this thing on all platforms, and we'll get at least 1,500 views.
And you'll get
I
a
know
new
we
tattoo.
will, right? Do you think I'd get a tattoo if you died?
Oh, yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, yes, you would.
No, I would
you
not.
might get dual of them. You're going to get 2 of them now that we said it on the
What
show.
he's referencing is I never got a tattoo until I was 30. Well, I got one when I was 32, which was a poor decision, right here on my hand. But after that, I never really got a tattoo till
I had no idea this story was going to be this good. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. This is great.
I've got, anybody who doesn't know, I mean, I was previously married for a very long time, and I had gotten a tattoo thing on my ring, and, you know, the marriage went the way of this egg that will eventually go.
Oh, really?
It was crushed, and it's over. But I've got 4 tattoos, and they all represent dead buddies of mine. And he thinks that if he dies, I'm going to get a tattoo of him. We're not that close.
Oh, yeah. I want to be next
not
to
that close.
Tidbits. Just put me on the other leg from Pickle.
Tidbits is alive, and Pickles is alive.
Nah, not forever.
I'm not getting tattoos of you. What would you? Okay. How about this? Anybody in the chat room? I'll take suggestions. If you were to die during this show, what tattoo would you want me to get on my body?
I don't want you to get a tattoo of me. I want you to get.
If you had to pick one, if you had to pick an image that represents you the most, that I could have inked on my body for eternity, or at least for the next 10, 15 years while I last, what would you pick?
Probably fuck off cheese.
You would want.
Fuck off.
You see, you never can take anything seriously. That's why we can never. That's what you want me to do?
I'm supposed to be taking you serious right now. I'm sorry. Fucking Chang's hat threw me off.
Is it the hat?
Yeah, I thought you were going to cut grass.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. I want to say that last week our first original segment, Band-Aids.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
Right, it was a big hit. Other than with.
Oh, dude, he's incredible. What's he doing over there?
It was a big hit, other than with the band that we prescribed the prescription for. But
that's to be expected.
Of course.
Like people like us, we didn't want to admit that we were sick. You know it's coming. You feel it. You coming, and you're just like, I'm not sick. You start playing mind games. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to go see the Dr. Cheese.
I don't mind people giving me criticism if it comes from a place where I think maybe they put a little thought into it. Don't you think people have an issue being criticized? Most people, even if it's right, correct?
Yeah, and a lot of times, I mean, I could be totally wrong, but how I deal with the situation, if somebody comes up and they're giving me criticism, all right? Or mostly they come up telling you what you should be doing or what you could be doing better.
Yes.
And the majority of the time, it's always aiming it more at what they're doing and themselves. So kind of when somebody's telling me what I should be doing or what I could be doing better, I analyze what they do, and it's usually more of what they're telling me I should be doing. So it becomes a matter of kind of taste, and I don't really get upset about it. Some people are blatantly obvious that they're fucking with you and laughing it off or turning something negative into something positive, creating energy with it and interest. That's how I look at everything. Like no ridicule could not be turned into something positive.
Well, I can tell you ever since I started doing podcasts and started doing the Whine And Cheese show, some of the things that have been told to me in person are, I hate you, you suck, you're not funny.
Get ignored.
Yeah, you know, things like that. You know, you try to go up
on Facebook or in person?
Everywhere, in person. You know, people tell you you're not a musician, so how dare you have
they got a good point there.
A comment about what a band should do.
How dare you not enjoy something?
Yeah, exactly. So last week, the first member of Dr. Cheese and the Entertainment Nurses Band-Aids was Like Water. Go check them out. I'm sure Like Water is on Facebook, and they may have a website. Check out their music. We're actually a fan of the band. I only bring up bands that under Band-Aids that I'm a fan of and I think could use our help. So we got a new band this week.
Really close to our heart.
Really close to our heart. Someone who I think is right there on the cusp of taking off. And this week's subject or patient is Corey Feldman and Corey's Angels.
Oh, yeah, huh?
What you think about that? You saw that? Did you see Corey Feldman on the Today Show?
I did, but before we dive into what it actually is, can you help me understand why did that even get put on your notes, and why are people sharing this? Like, what is it about this situation that draws people into it?
I think personally that you have a very, what people would consider privileged person, even though all of his accomplishments have come from merit. He was a big actor in the 80s, and he's been able to keep a very...
Stay relevant.
He's been, well, whether or not he stayed relevant or not, he's been able to keep his wealth and stretch that out over...
Oh, really?
Right? He's still...
I don't know. I don't know the guy's
he has businesses, and he's able to stay relevant.
All right.
So I think when someone like that goes out of his way to shove himself into your face on something that he obviously maybe isn't on the next level at, like he is with his acting, and when it turns out bad, it makes people feel better about themselves to attack that and demean that.
Correct. And this is what I think. I think sometimes what you're being sold and what they're getting across to you is not what they say they are. Like, they pretend like they're selling this CD, but in return you're selling him. It could be the outfit that he wore. It could be something that you didn't even see coming. But the fact that he is who he is, he's got some clout, people know his name, people tune in when he's on to something, especially when it becomes this trendy thing to see how horrible it is. I think it was bad on purpose. Like, you can actually contact Epic Twin Productions and get a better CD case than what was made for him. And he's got money. He's got way more money and resources than we do. We made a 5-minute intro for Not Real Radio, how you did, for $10.
Yeah.
So it could have been better. So it was purposely bad, like, to not be able to see that. That's why I don't know how people fall for shit. But he was not advertising that product, and I don't think we're gonna know why he did it for another, maybe 6 months or so.
Personally, I disagree with you in this case. Generally, I would agree. I think we're dealing with a delusional individual. I think we're talking...
That sells great.
I think
people love it. He's the next fucking, what's his name?
I think we're talking about...
Joaquin or the other dude that went crazy.
Yeah, I think we're talking about a guy who was famous from the time he was able to formulate a sentence, and nobody's ever said no to him, and then he's trying to do all this stuff in-house. I think he really thought everything that he was doing was 100% legit on the level. Oh, yeah, I bet you he designed his own artwork. He's that type of cat. He got touched by Michael Jackson and other people when he was, because he was molested when he was a kid.
Oh, you
serious?
Think
yeah.
Truth
I think that, and then he's gone on the record a couple of times.
You can't say a man's been molested without knowing it. Do you know this?
I wasn't in the room touching him.
I understand, but where'd you read it? Where'd you read it?
Yeah, he's been on the record a couple of times saying, I was molested. Then he goes back on it. He says Michael Jackson did do this. I would say that sounds like a delusional person that was messed with when they were a kid.
So you think the television's just totally exploiting the fact that this guy's got he's went to the level of Tom Benson without a wife?
Here's what I think. Did you see his performance on the Today Show? That's what the big hubbub is about.
Yeah,
did you watch it?
It was purposely bad.
I think there's one or two things. One, he aggravated the Today Show for so long that finally they said, you know what, we got a weekday today, let's put him on there. Or they said, man, this is gonna be a train wreck. Let's put this on there. And then they knew putting it on there that he was gonna come in and do some silly shit.
Really?
Yeah.
How were their ratings?
What'd you think about the performance?
Oh, God, come on, man.
What'd you think about the performance? I liked it. I
What do you mean you liked it?
The song is, it's called, what's the song called? Wait, remember the hook? We ain't got nothing to lose.
I'm going super pop.
That's...
Was that better?
Oh, super pop. Well...
Was super pop better?
I mean, Corey Feldman's song was pretty catchy. I mean, he does say, we got nothing to lose, so let's let it go.
You're being silly. You didn't like this.
No. I did like it.
You're the doctor.
I did like it because it was a little catchy, but I did take some issue with it.
What?
The song is catchy.
Oh, come on, fucking cheese. It's a song, yeah, I give it that.
Yeah, but
You've been singing it? How's it go?
Catchy. It goes...
They make this shit for you then.
It's what?
That's why this kind of television programming is made for people like you.
What does people like me?
You liked it. I looked at it and I thought it was done purposely bad.
I didn't say I liked it.
Like
I said it's catchy, and I've enjoyed the back and forth that's been going on with it.
Oh, watching the people get mad about it?
Yeah, it's funny to me that people can actually be upset about it. But let's get to the point here.
All right.
We're talking about
how do we fix it?
Was
he sick? You saying he's just a sick individual and he needs therapy?
Yeah,
but his music is good.
I'm saying that he's this close to being good, or I'm saying the product he has, he's got name recognition, he's got some financial backing. So what are the 2 or 3 things that he could do to bring him to that next level and actually be acceptable?
Oh, stop doing it.
So
or hire people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I mean, there's...
Like, what did it, you say he only had so much of a budget for the angel costumes? Like, believe me, they could do something really fucking cool with the chicks' outfits.
So his
and none of the chicks were hot enough to take attention away from him fully.
You know what?
They just had to be pretty, but you didn't have no drop. He didn't have Victoria's Secret models up there, and he could afford it.
You know what's great?
Why didn't he do that?
I really enjoy
Their stands, Zombies Eating Sheep had a better setup than that guy did. How could you touch shit about like Waters' dress on stage at Southport Hall, but then said that this guy was pretty good?
Have we gotten to the prescription yet?
I'm sorry.
I don't think but no.
Doctor, I gotta know.
I'm saying, I gotta know. How do we fix Corey Feldman and the Angels?
I say stop doing it. I said, doctor, terminate this patient.
No, one thing that I think is beautiful is the Bagnettos have come out right away and said that they're trying to book him at Southport. And I can tell you right now, I'm buying meet and greet tickets, Bagnetto.
Oh,
I'll be the first one to buy them.
That is so weird.
So I really love it when you and I.
Did you like the Goonies that much?
No, I think Corey Feldman.
This is your brain,
and Corey's.
Wait, what?
And Corey's Angels are probably the best thing he's ever done. It's probably the most. I guarantee you that more people saw Corey Feldman's performance on the Today Show than have bought the Goonies movie. You don't think 50 million people have fucking bought the Goonies movie, do you?
Some of the Goonie fans are going, man, you know?
Yeah,
New ones every day.
But what I do really enjoy is when maybe people wouldn't know, but the two of us, you and I, during the week, we will shoot back and forth some topic ideas, but we don't discuss anything until we get on the air. I love it when we come in and have the exact same opinion and kind of finishing each other's sentences.
When does that happen?
Just now, because my first prescription was hotter chicks. You did not have hot enough chicks. If your band is gonna be, they were in lingerie, they were in outfits that you wanted to see their titties and their legs and stuff like that, they weren't hot enough. He needed hotter chicks with better outfits.
But that was done purposely to not take attention away from him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's where his delusion comes in. Because if he knew what he was doing, he would have the hottest chicks. His girl that played bass was in flats.
Right.
You don't have any opinion on the fact that
she was made to wear that so that she didn't look taller and more attractive, so that people would look at her, so that they would pay attention to him.
So it
was done purposely bad.
Really?
This thing is a shot, man, a shoot, or whatever you would call it.
You know what?
Everybody who thinks that this shit is real has been played, and they'll probably end up buying whatever product's going to be sold, and it ain't that CD with purposely bad $20 artwork on it.
You want to know what? I'm putting a star by this one.
Put a star behind it.
I'm putting a star
by this one
because we're gonna follow this, because you and I are disagreeing on that. So we're going to give him a prescription. I think you and I are on the same page. One, if you really want to bring it to that next level, hotter chicks with better outfits. You're Corey Feldman. You have a budget. You got to, if visually, the visual representation is going to be the best thing you got. He can't sing, and he can't write lyrics.
He's not a good dancer.
Come on. What do you call that dance he was doing?
I don't know, a bad Michael Jackson impersonation.
And that's what it was.
It looked like an old man. Isn't that dude like 50, 60 years old or something?
I have no idea, but he looks good for his age. He really does. Like, if he's had work done, he's got the best doctors in whatever place he's living in.
He did look young until he started trying to dance.
Put these bitches in heels, get him in more futuristic, hot outfits, and go outside of Walmart for the fucking halo above the head. All right.
Did chicks like this video? I'm sorry. Why are we
I don't think anybody liked it.
You're saying how to make it look better for the average
I'm saying
kind of man
I think I could do 2 or 3 things for him where he could actually become accepted. Because everybody out there is lip syncing and singing with tracks and things like that. That's just generally accepted. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I would say so.
No. The pop stars and stuff, when they go on these television shows.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I would go with that.
So that's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the lip syncing in it.
Corey, get some hotter chicks, put them in heels. Number 2, did you see the damn rapper that they brought out?
Yeah. That was
my
horrible
God.
too, huh? He
Oh
was
my
purposely bad. If he was a good rapper,
no,
you're gonna tell me he couldn't find a good rapper?
Well, I don't know if he couldn't hear himself or
that dude's horrible.
George, when you would do a live television performance, how would the band go about hearing themselves if they were a rapper that was just walking out with a mic in the middle of the song? Would he have to have in-ears, or could he have I didn't see any monitors.
Oh, either ears or...
Gotta have, he didn't have ears, and I didn't see monitors. So I think he was walking out like just hearing the house room, and he couldn't even find the damn beat, man. But here's
the dude can't rap.
The worst part of it is that Snoop Dogg is the guy who's actually on the recording. But they couldn't get
Snoop Dogg.
They couldn't get him to go there, right? So 2, Corey.
Yeah, he was like, I ain't getting on stage and doing that shit.
Corey,
even Snoop Dogg's not that high.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, you got enough clout on your own, man. You don't need.
Is he talking to Corey?
A shitty. Yeah, I figure Corey's gonna be watching or tag him in it.
What up, Corey?
But don't you agree? Get rid of the rapper. Don't worry about them. You're the star. You're good enough.
Just go do something else.
So your prescription is stop everything. You don't want to be. You don't want to be constructive.
It's got to be something else he can do. Like he needs to be.
Really?
Yeah.
What about a guy like me? I'm in a band. I don't really have any musical talent or anything.
Well, you don't have the clout to go on the Tonight Show. You still struggle. Anything
or
you
the Today
get.
Show. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever time of day you watch
it. Day or night, whatever.
I saw it on Facebook with everybody mad about it. So, yeah, I mean, everything you get, you're going to struggle to get. He's already got a name. Like, find something else to tie that to.
Okay. Well, this has been Dr. Cheese.
Time to break the egg?
Are we ready to break the egg?
Huh?
I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I want to give some thanks again, our buddy Leo LaFrance. This will be
great job, Leo.
This is more of a ceremonial type deal, right? From now on, every week, as often as we
never said we're gonna do it.
Will you let me sell this thing?
Your show?
This is the cheese show.
This is about as good as the Corey Feldman thing.
Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a ceremonial thing. From now on, we talk every week about segments. One segment that we are gonna take place in is the Czar breaks things. And this is gonna be kind of a ceremonial deal. It's the egg. So look, all the fans out there, please, all week, anything you got laying around at the house, anything you see at the thrift store, you could go to Best Buy and buy a brand new big screen TV, and the Czar will break it. We're going to be taking
break that shit.
It will break the shit out of it with an egg.
Yeah.
So this week's episode, Whine And Cheese, I'm going to get that shit inside the focus, and the Czar is going to break an egg. And from this week moving forward, we will break something every week. We're going to have some. Is it an egg or is it something? Right. I don't know. Go ahead and break that shit. Are we in
Feldman's
focus?
Brain.
Wait, what is that?
Corey Feldman's brain.
Here's Corey Feldman's brain.
Let me know when. Here we go. It's all break shit. Good job, Leo. Look at that.
Oh, my.
Did
I
it
got
get
a
you?
little
That's
in
what
my
I was
eye,
aiming for.
I got a little in my eye at least.
Well,
you know what?
Good. Wasting food.
You know what we should do? We should put that on the side.
Put that
and
shit
then next
on
week,
the side of your lap.
And then next week, he'll be the first guest we have on the show.
Ooh, Leo?
He should be. No.
Make him eat.
I mean, he should mature by then.
Oh, Corey.
Yeah.
I like Corey.
Again,
Oh,
thanks,
I broke
Leo. We're
something
always
else.
taking suggestions from the audience. We're always.
I think we should stop taking suggestions.
Why? This is a great
It worked
bit.
out hard. Oh, yeah, that was exciting.
Well, I mean, because you.
Oh, I got someone on the thing. See, it's going
Yeah.
downhill already.
One thing. Well, that was definitely a letdown because we left that up to you to choreograph and figure out.
That bitch
Obviously-
broke. Oh, was that my responsibility?
The Czar breaks things. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
I bring
so,
the egg.
You brought the egg. You're like the fat kid that brought the comb.
You said we were going to crack it on you.
Yeah.
So I didn't figure I need to bring you.
All right.
I did get locked out early.
This, much like everything else in my life, I'll need to take control of to where it's not a letdown.
Hey, do
Sorry,
it
guys.
now.
We're going to get better as we go. So that's
And
two
more
official.
sticky.
Think about that. How pro are we? We got 2 bits now.
Yeah, break
The
something
Czar
and then
break
fix
shit and give shitty advice to bands that we have no idea about. So Corey, I hope you're out there. I'm going to be watching you. Hopefully you to come to Southport. I'll buy meet and greet tickets and we'll come meet you. Some other things that are going on in the national spotlight. Brad and Angelina broke up.
Getting a divorce, right? Split up, is that what it is?
Yeah,
They were
Angelina
married.
Jolie
Didn't they
filed-
adopt a ton of kids?
No. They did
didn't?
it. I think
Oh, really?
yeah,
They
I
made
think
their own children.
Whoop, whoop. You know, Brad did
I
this
thought
and
she was
Angelina.
barren.
Whoop, whoop.
I thought she was barren.
Well, you never know. When you're that rich, like I feel like they just create babies like in a situation like this.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean? But who knows? They
yeah.
have like 6 kids. Angelina Jolie filed for divorce on Brad Pitt. How do you feel about that? How does that affect your life?
Yeah, none.
Not at all. You don't think
No.
about it for 2 seconds?
No, I didn't really. It became interesting when somebody said, and I thought of all the property they own down here, and I said, well, that's going to be kind of messy and then kind of neat, and I'm sure I'll make it in the news a lot of who's going to get this property.
Did you not? Do you not notice? And look, y'all give us your feedback on that. On this, a lot of ladies, as soon as that happened, started posting on their Facebook and
I'm
their
single.
Hey, Brad, I'm single.
Oh, you serious?
These women are
Yeah,
just
that's
as
awesome.
delusional as Corey Feldman.
Oh,
They're
really?
just as delusional. Do you think Brad Pitt wants you? I mean, come on. This dude has got his pick of the litter. He could be banging every nation in the world in one place. He could fly them all in. Women, what is it about regular soccer moms that think that Brad Pitt would want to have anything to do with them?
Well, I think once you start masculinity, whatever, make women more like men, they're very competitive with each other. They don't actually think he's going to read that post and go, oh, let me go check out her pictures. They're doing that so that their girlfriends know that they would definitely get with Brad Pitt. It's like a little thing. I'm like, dudes are like, yeah, I'd hit that, I'd fuck her. It's like, why are you having that conversation? Because one buddy can't make up his mind whether she's hot or not, and he's got to take input from his friends.
Did you notice that?
I would think it's the same.
Did you know? I didn't see one dude go, "Hey, Angelina, I'm single," because nobody wants that baggage.
Right,
No
neither
dude
did
wants
Brad.
that baggage. Let me tell you how that marriage went down.
Really, you knew?
Well, I mean, I got a pretty good idea of how that went
All right,
down.
what you got?
You got a superstar like Brad Pitt, and then you got this cranky, skinny, used to be hot lady who's got 6 kids, who's probably overbearing on the children, and Brad's just like, hey, I just want to smoke some hash with Quentin Tarantino and let the nannies take care of it.
Chicks on drugs are fun when they're in their 20s.
Yeah, you're right. She's not, and it's a shame for women. It really is, because dudes, we get hotter the older we get. Right now, I'm the best looking I've ever been in my entire life. And I feel the same way about you. You're the hottest you've ever been in my entire life, right at this very moment.
I don't even know what to say about
George,
that.
what are all the fans saying about Brad and Angelina in the chat room?
That she was never hot. Is what,
Oh, wait.
no,
Oh,
I
no.
disagree. She was even hot
Who
in
said she's
CGI.
never been hot?
Really?
Okay, well,
That's a tidbit I wouldn't have
tidbits.
guessed.
Tidbits, who is in Zombies Eating Sheep, I don't know what you call him. I guess he's a rapper in Zombies Eating Sheep. He says she was never hot. Do you think Angelina Jolie was hot? I think there were times where she was the most smoking chick on the planet.
I'm going to go with that.
Right?
Yeah, she had my heart for a little while.
Yeah. I don't understand why anybody would think that she's not hot. But
remember, she was in Beowulf, I think, and she comes out the water in CGI. And I'm sorry, Steve, as a female form, even if it's CGI, it was hot. Like there's math behind that.
Yeah, I mean, what about Tomb Raider? Wasn't she the first?
Oh, that's the only reason to watch that movie.
Was she not the first female superhero, like action star? Like I think Tomb Raider, she kind of broke the mold with that.
Guys.
I don't want to talk to the PPV guys. They're boring. You can barely even hear what they're saying on that show. You got one guy who's in the studio and one guy who's in the bathroom, and he just got an iPhone sitting out there
yelling at them.
Yeah, it's crazy. So no comments on that. No, my big thing is that I think ladies are delusional if they think Brad Pitt would ever even consider them. I mean, think about the level of chick this dude is getting.
Do you think he fell in love with some other younger chick that he starred in a movie with? Like, man, those people spend a lot of time apart. And if you're Brad Pitt, you can assume the amount of chances you get to get laid by some high-quality ass is a lot a day. And he probably doesn't even have a real relationship with her anymore. They probably don't never even see each other.
That's the way I see it.
Like, he was probably like, and then they have all them kids, man.
Yeah. No, I think, I personally, I think.
Like, she probably just, she's got
I mean, I think Brad Pitt's a beautiful man. I really do. I mean, I kind of, if I had to pick a man to have a crush on, Brad Pitt in Fight Club,
Really? That's who you like? So you like?
I could be Big Spoon.
Is that because he looked like he worked out and you like him? You like him a little?
I do. I like him a little buff. I could totally be Brad Pitt's Big Spoon from.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Why don't you make a post? See if it fucking works out.
You want me to? What should we post? What would I say to get Brad Pitt's attention?
Tell him I'll have my tattoo removed, Brad. Only for you.
No, not at all. Well, you know what? I did want to touch on that because, look, I will be honest. One thing.
Brad's ass?
Yeah, boy, could you imagine how firm and tan that thing was during Fight Club? Oh, like, spakow. Right. It's like hitting one of them butterball turkeys that you slice up for the deli meat. Spakadak.
All right.
That's how I think it would be.
You got fever again?
Yeah, I mean, I know you got a little bit of homophobia running through you, so you can't give credit to a hot man.
I don't walk around smacking men on the ass, nor would it be a moment to where I would ask another man to supply his ass so I could smack
I
it.
won't go around doing it, but I'll fantasize.
Why would you fantasize about that? Why does that even pop in your head?
I don't know. It just does. I can't explain the things that pop into my brain. I've been tortured. I've been tortured over time, I'm like Corey Feldman. Like
you went and spent a couple of nights at Mike's house?
Yeah, people did evil shit to me over the years, so I don't know. I dream about all type of crazy shit. Right. Well, anyway.
Look, I'm sorry, Brian, that got uncomfortable.
Ladies, if you're out there listening, Brad doesn't want you. He really doesn't. What you need to do is put your time into the man you have. You want to know who my chick's man is?
My chick bad. My chick good.
Fucking Mark Wahlberg. Fucking Mark Wahlberg, man.
What? What about him?
That you date a younger chick, right? Does she have a celebrity dude that when he comes on the TV or whatever, she'll go, oh, he's hot. That would be my get out of jail free card. I could sleep with. Some relationships have a.
If she does, she doesn't make a big deal of it, and I'm okay with that too, because I wouldn't do that to her.
Yeah.
Like, if I see a hot chick or something, I know she's hot. She knows she's hot. To sit there and have that weird conversation, I'm going to say weird, to have that conversation, I just feel the need not to have.
Well, which dude is it? Obviously,
to me, it's a very personal thing.
Which dude? Which celebrity does she have a crush on?
We were actually watching something the other night, and she's like, man, this show is a little better than I thought. It's, got potential. I think it was called Whine and Cheese. And she's like, fucking dude, the entertainment nurse is hot. I want to smack his ass.
Yeah. So she's never talked about a celebrity that she thinks is hot.
Not overboard. Right. Not to that I would go.
My chick,
my chick bad.
This is just, this is just the fucking luck that I have that I've got a chick that, is in love with some famous guy that, if they were in the same room together, he'd probably think she was hot and something could happen.
So she tells you constantly how you could never achieve?
Not constantly at all. And
once a week?
I think it's fun because I actually am really a big, twice a year. When we happen Wahlberg,
Really?
Marky Mark.
If he
right?
came over and he was like, "Hey, it's naked time," and she looked at you and she's like, "I really want to," you would go,
Nah, she
"Only
wouldn't.
if I can too."
She wouldn't. Obviously, that's what I'm saying. It's a fantasy. It's a joke.
I don't
she
know.
doesn't.
I bet she would.
I think she would too. And this motherfucker the other night when I'm
She probably
sick,
let you join in with him.
when I'm fucking, like, in what way?
Like you could
Give him a little,
at least be in the same room.
maybe get on his little ballsies and.
Well, I wasn't saying do stuff to him. Maybe jerk yourself off.
Yeah, well, I mean that's probably all that she'd be saying. You sit in the corner and do your thing.
I don't even want to look at you.
When I'm at my lowest,
You're all red.
when I'm at my lowest, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
I'm digging it.
And I just crawl out of the bedroom to come get a natty light.
And you go, come on.
And Jimmy
Feel it,
Fallon's
feel it.
on.
Oh.
And guess who's on with Jimmy? Marky Mark. And, she just starts, here he just prances out with his big biceps and his long hair.
He's got long hair now?
Oh, it's beautiful. And
Really?
it's beautiful long hair, and I
Better than
fucking hate
mine?
it. So much better than yours.
You could have long hair.
I know I could, but I don't, and I'm sick. And anyway, she's like, "Oh look,
Yeah.
Mark's on," and then they're gonna play this game, right? It's like
Gotcha.
it's like the pickle show.
Are
They're
you
gonna play
ready
this,
for the challenge?
Right? They're gonna play this show where they set up out in the street, and there's fans, and there's this. They got a fucking stack of watermelons over here, and there's like a big slingshot, and they're shooting it at this huge bullseye.
No, we
So
always
of course, he walks out, he puts the watermelon in the thing, and boom, and he shoots it, bullseye, right? And she
you
goes,
watched this whole thing.
"Oh, I watched it with it, yeah." And so she goes, "You see, he hit the bullseye."
No.
And I'm like, if you don't think that he and Jimmy sat out there that day and shot 1,000,000 watermelons to make sure that they were gonna do it well on TV, you're crazy. And she's like, "No, that was his first shot. He's a natural."
He put more effort into that than Corey Feldman did.
Dude, like, that is one thing. Like, it did make me upset the other night because I was like, I can do the watermelon thing. I could shoot the slingshot watermelon thing.
You ever read of the story of Ike Turner?
What? What?
He hit the target multiple times.
Ike Turner? How did this get to Ike Turner? He beats his women.
Like I said.
Oh, okay. You hear that?
Huh?
You hear that,
That
girl?
or cancel cable.
Anyway,
Done.
so that was another. I forgot about that. That was another disturbing thing that happened.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
The other night. You know.
I actually kind of feel bad for you a little bit on that one.
Well, I appreciate that. How bad? Like on
already
a
diminishing.
scale of 6 to 9.
I'm already bored with it.
Well, anyway, let's move on from that. But we have talked about wanting to expand the audience of Whine and Cheese. So we're
More
trying to,
money.
We're trying to do a little bit more of some national news and things that everybody.
No, I think
can
everybody gets fucking upset every goddamn thing we say. So we get to the point where you can't even talk about anybody because God forbid you say something that is our opinion, but we don't have the right to have an opinion. So then people get upset and everybody's mad. So fuck it, we'll talk about famous people who never see this show and can give two shits and a fuck what we say. And they also had and spent a ton of money on advertising so that you hear and see what you do. So we won't talk about local people that these companies ignore because they might get their feelings hurt.
I was going to talk about something local next.
Well, good. Fuck these people. Can we be honest about it?
I really was. No, I agree with you, but that's
don't be
okay.
honest about
I'm
it, or
not gonna
be
stop.
honest?
I'm not going to stop giving my opinion.
No matter what it is, I'm not going to
Yeah.
like it now.
I want some of those folks in Jersey and Minnesota and stuff to be watching the Whine and Cheese show.
Minnesota.
Not just like water and zombies eating sheep.
Right. The person who was on it and then the week after.
Exactly. So the next thing, you got your own show, and y'all had on some people from the NOLA Horror Film Fest.
Yeah, on Not Real Radio last
Yeah.
week. You can
And
check it
that's-
out at notrealradio.com.
And I think that's this weekend, right?
Yeah, I think it starts tonight.
What? So you asked me to go. Anybody out there? NOLA Horror Film Fest has got a Facebook page. Some of our people that we know are involved in it, and it's just what it is. It's a film festival where they take. It's the 6th year, and they take. I guess they take movies and films and things like that from anywhere that will send them in, right?
I believe so.
What do you? you asked me to go and do a little research and look at, because I do my research.
Yeah, I was disappointed I had to ask you for one. Because sometimes if you hear something or see something pop up on the show, you go do it and you tell me, hey, I checked this out.
And I did.
But I had to ask you to go check this out.
What do you, so we got a buddy, Jack Locke, and he's the one that's kind of involved in putting the thing together.
I think he's in sound and video.
Yeah, what you feeling about this Nora Film Fest? I'm ready to give my opinion for what I've seen so far.
All right, well, do that. I mean, I had an hour of them.
I was kind of blown away with the quality of the featured films and the short films.
The trailers
I was kind of blown away, man.
Me too. I was surprised.
I didn't see one thing. Yes, there were some trailers for movies that I was like, maybe I would have done that differently, but every single thing I saw,
I would have given him a prescription.
Everything I saw, I was like, man, I wish I was involved with that. I'd like to do something like that. The
I want to get my hands in there.
Yeah. How do I steal something from them to be better, Yeah. But I watched a couple of trailers, and everything was so quality and so well shot and so well put together. It kind of blew me away a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Big time.
Are you gonna have any? You gonna go check it out? Are you gonna have anything to do with it?
Yeah, we're gonna go Saturday evening. I kind of want to wait till the sun starts going down. For some reason, horror during the day
don't make sense.
Right, so I'm kind of waiting, but I still want to get there early to kind of be there for a little while.
Where's it at?
I don't want to go and then the movie's already starting and then I sit down, watch a movie and leave. I want to kind of go and get the experience. It's somewhere down St. Claude, I believe.
Okay.
But if you go to NOLAHorrorFilmFest.com, it'll tell you where it's at and it's down.
And I could be completely wrong, but if you go to their website and all, it looks like they have featured films which are legit nationally done films, like not from New Orleans. These are people.
Right.
One of their featured films was directed by the director of a couple of the Saw movies, and that thing was ridiculous.
I saw that. Yeah.
But a lot of it looks like it's people like us with some good gear and some good ideas putting stuff together. And man, I gotta say, I was ready to just shit on it. Because I just figured it'd be a bunch of yahoos putting in stupid videos. I didn't see one thing that wasn't quality. So I'm actually excited about it. And I may end up going to it just to see what it's about. It's been 6 years in a row. Do they give out like awards and shit?
I think so, but I don't know. The place is called Casablanca.
Yeah.
And it's like an art studio, and I've seen some pictures. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks good atmosphere. So, yeah, I think they do give out awards. I think all these film fest, give awards. Like you said, the quality, and like I seen on the end of a trailer, all the awards from different film fests that it's won is kind of on there. It doesn't mean anything to me, but yeah, the quality. I think technology has gotten to where creative people without giant backing can put out
and budgets or whatever. Yeah,
and the cameras are so good now, for cheap. Like you can get high quality cameras that people are being able to afford them.
It was it was kind of uplifting in a way to look at it and go, wow, there's not a piece of shit in this bunch, and they're all good. They had one that I didn't get to see a trailer for, but I read the description and saw the picture. It's a short film about a cross-dressing transsexual, which I don't even know what that means.
That's the snuff film.
And she's a cocaine dealer.
Yeah, I think it's a snuff
film. A snuff film?
I think so.
I don't think
they hinted to it.
Okay, well, and I think the story is about someone who comes over to buy some dope or something and then gets trapped in the house, and the crazy cross-dresser with the gun fucks with him the whole night. So that's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
When is that?
I don't know.
I have to go check that out.
I don't know. You got to go to NOLA Horror Film Fest on Facebook and get their page.
Yeah, it looks
so
pretty
check
neat.
that out. CM Punk. CM Punk. You know who CM Punk is?
He was a wrestler around mid 2000s.
Yep. Well, no. He was probably the most famous wrestler in the world up till 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
When he just walked out on the company, and he got, because he's famous, he got a contract to fight in the UFC. Did you pay attention to any of that?
No. Why did he walk out on WWE?
Well, I mean, he had issues with the company, and
but there is no other company to go to, so you're technically just putting yourself out of business.
He had gotten fed up with the wrestling world and WWE and the doctors and the grind and all of that, and he got married. But he's an amazing wrestler and a really good talent, and he's just an entertaining dude. Well, he walked out. He had made his millions. Like, I think he's made enough money to live frugally. And
Gotcha.
well, he signs a deal with the UFC, and he gets a fight. It takes him 2 years to actually get in the ring because of injuries and, you know, red tape and all that stuff. And he goes and fights this guy, Mickey Gall. And man, did he get his fucking head turned into an eggplant in like 30 seconds.
Damn.
I don't know if you saw the fight.
Did he need the money that bad, or did he just go, I want to actually do this?
He's one of these people that's like you and I that is like maniacal when it comes to I want to do something, and on to the level of delusion. I think he's in that Corey Feldman, all the women.
An entertainment nurse.
Corey Feldman, all the women that want Brad Pitt, that are soccer moms, and you and I. He's in that group. So he goes and he trains for a year and whatever, and then he gets into the ring and he gets destroyed and choked out in about a minute. And then after that, he gets on and does an interview, the post-fight conference, and he says, "Yeah, that was tough, but you know I'm ready to get back in there." What is it with this?
What? Okay,
he
gotcha.
does, right?
It took a second.
He gets his ass whipped, and he's doing the post-fight conference, and he's like, I'm ready to get back in there and get in the ring. How do you feel about celebrities that try to jump into another arena and think that they can actually compete without any of the background and training? Is it delusion? Is that what we're starting to see with this internet age?
Yeah, I just think it's money. Like, and if you have money, don't mean you don't want more money. And it's like, what can I do? And it seems like wrestlers and those guys want to prove themselves to go, yeah, I was in wrestling. We all know that wasn't real, but I'm still a bad motherfucker. And if I got the baddest place to prove that, UFC, it's the best legal place to do that. And they go and do it.
So, yeah, anybody in the chat room or y'all want to, after we post this thing, give us your thoughts on CM Punk. From what I've seen, I keep up with the UFC and the people who comment on it. It's pretty 50-50.
Say he's a mechanic, car mechanic. He goes, you know what? At his age, he goes, fuck being a mechanic. I'm going to go be in the UFC, and I'm going to fight in it. You know what he would have to do to get to where CM Punk just went, hey, I was a wrestler, so I want to be in UFC, and he gets a main card event with that type of money? Like, that's where I'm like, all right, jump around, do whatever you want. The dude got his ass beat, made a paycheck, and he was somebody for an hour again. That's how I feel, but I don't care, and I don't have to pay attention. Like, all this media, I see people, like the people who hate the brand Angelina Jolie and the people who hate and sharing the Corey Feldman thing. It's like, if you hate it so much, you're generating energy for it. I just don't pay attention. If I don't like it, it's not entertaining to me, I just go right by it. So
you don't care. You're fine with him going in there and getting his ass whipped. And, and you're right. Because I think at the end of the day,
why care about that? That's like caring about the Saints.
At the end of the day, I could care less. At the end of the day, I think he's going to end up making for that one night like $3 million. He got $500,000 just to fight, and then he got part of the pay-per-view revenue. So CM Punk, get back in there and train and do your thing. I want to see you get your ass whipped again.
Why is this underwear model shooting watermelons? How dare him?
So the last thing that I want to touch, that's kind of, I'm glad you brought up CM Punk, because
I didn't bring that up. You did.
Oh, you know, I'm sick. I don't remember certain things.
I understand. And
so one thing that we do want to talk about that's local is Wildcat Sports and Entertainment.
And the Now Show. Y'all are pretty linked together, boy, from what I can see.
Hold on. We're not getting any. Look, since you brought up the Now Show, it is no longer called the Now Show.
It's called the Christopher Centennial Hour.
No, we are the NOW.
What?
The NOW. Or you can either refer to us as the NOW or New Orleans Wrestling. So we're going to be doing
How can you be New Orleans Wrestling? We are New Orleans Wrestling.
We're New Orleans. That's the name of our show, New Orleans Wrestling.
It's the Now Show.
No. It's the NOW show. I think you're harping on things that don't matter.
Yeah.
So
something
this
I've
Saturday,
been conditioned to say, and now it's a new thing I got to learn.
You're right. We're going to teach you. You can write it down because it's a beautiful thing.
I'll do it later. I don't want to do it now. Show.
how do you, this Saturday night, Wildcat Wrestling, which is a local New Orleans wrestling promotion that started 5 years ago, they put a lot of work in. The guy, Luke Hawks, who's been a journeyman all over wrestling, independent. He started his own school 5 years ago, and they signed a TV deal. They're going to be on TV on UPN, Channel 54, starting on Saturday. They're going to be there Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday is their debut. So the New Orleans Wrestling, the NOW show, we're doing a live stream this Saturday from 8 to 9 o'clock. The show starts at 9 o'clock, and we're going to have on the Shalmation sensation himself, Danny Flamingo, which if anybody goes back and watches Whine and Cheese when we went to the Shamrock, that's where Danny Flamingo we met. What do you think about no, I'm serious.
What?
How do you feel?
What is the question?
What do you think about Wildcat Wrestling and the fact that I'm putting some effort in to try to do a show about that and kind of boost up their ratings and everything?
Oh, it's cool. You like wrestling?
I do. I love wrestling.
The Now Show was a wrestling show. Yeah, that's what y'all talked about. And I think it's cool that y'all can spend time and energy helping out a local, growing, wrestling organization. Like, that's good. That's what you should do. You do a wrestling podcast at a grassroots level. You hook up with another person, up on the come up, and you work together. You help advertise. You did a great job, and whoever else is working on the Now Show, they did a really good job of getting it out there. I've seen more from y'all than I have a Wildcat, so it's like I know about the event. Whether I like it or not, I know it exists, which is a good job. But my questions, I have questions fully, I think it's great. It's what you should do.
Yeah.
And you're good at it. You interview with the Flamingo guy, both in pink. It was real cute. A lot of, looked like an Easter convention. It was nice. But are they where are they taping this thing?
Okay.
I've seen Wildcat Wrestling at, what's it called?
The Shamrock.
The Shamrock, and it was great.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch of adults getting hammered, yelling, cutting up. My time that I had, they provided a great experience and a very, very entertaining night. But I could go to that same thing. Right, but I go to that same thing in a gym somewhere and have the kids there and families there, and I don't think it would have nearly the impact that it did for me like it did that night. What is the TV show? That or a mixture of the two?
I think they did an event at Meisler or Grace King, which they did the high school gym deal, and that's where they shot the footage for the first show. But I also know
this ain't looking good.
But I also know that they did some shooting for a 3-day period for all the promo stuff and the pre-recorded stuff.
Remember back in the day they had some weird wrestling show with the Von Erichs?
Yes.
And it was on ESPN or something?
Yep.
It was shit. I hated it.
Yeah.
But then there was ECW. ECW is what happened when you did a show at Shamrocks and had that type of people there and that type of crowd. You didn't see a lot of little kids in the audience back then.
That's what I think we're going to see. That's what I'm hoping we see.
Holy shit.
Yes, and that's what I'm hoping we see.
This
Saturday
could be big.
Nights,
you could be moving on to the big time. Be pulling Pickle on his tricycle and everything.
So from
Dave will grow his mustache back.
From now,
crazy won't be crazy no more.
And the foreseeable future, Wildcat Wrestling is going to be on 54 on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh, can we critique this?
Oh, we're going to critique the shit out of it.
Yeah, can we fix it? Can we give them a prescription?
Who knows? Not just, you know what I think? I mean, a wrestling promotion could be under Band-Aids, right? Fuck it, they're a band of brothers.
Hey, we're another graphic away from that bit.
Yeah, so look, this weekend, y'all will be seeing it. We'll be posting the shit out of it Saturday night. Tune in live for a live stream with me and my guys in the NOW show with Danny Flamingo, the Shalmation sensation. This is an interesting cat. If there's one thing, he is an interesting cat. He's from Chalmette. He uses it as his gimmick, and I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. So this Saturday night, 8 o'clock, tune in to the NOW show and listen to us and Danny Flamingo. Anything else you got to get off your chest other than a ball of phlegm?
More Pickles leftovers from what I hear. Ghetto Demon will be on Not Real Radio live Sunday night, 8 p.m. I don't know why they're coming on. And now there's member change. It's a typical B-Goat booked event.
Well, from what I hear, if you want to have them on, you got to give them a ride.
Really? I go pick people up now?
Well, I don't know if you got to pick them up, but you got to bring them home. I think they Uber there, and you
They
got
just stay.
until you bring them home. So then you bring them home.
Oh, they can
Go.
just
So
call.
Not Real Radio
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Ghetto Demon will be calling in Sunday night.
Oh wait, it's a call-in.
It is.
Oh.
Well, you didn't listen to the last show, so what's the matter?
Well, no, I did listen to the last show.
You did?
Yeah.
And the horror people didn't make you want to go check out the website. We can talk about that later. Sorry. We'll see what happens Sunday night. Should be exciting. Not Real Radio. Zombies Eating Sheep. Now available Amazon, iTunes, Spotify. Anywhere you listen to music, it's probably available. That was a really cool moment. Nice to have some little accomplishments after all the bullshit and kind of setbacks. And
Yeah, trust
it's
me.
been fun.
Nothing.
Once this fucking cold gets better and I watch a horror movie, look out next week.
Nothing
Might
would make me
destroy the
happier.
whole table.
I could say this. Nothing would make me happier than for the product that your band put out be shitty and awful so I can shit on it. But unfortunately, it was quality and it was good. So yeah, go check out the Zombies Eating Sheep.
Hey,
shit.
last thing for the record, I feel that something very bad's about to happen to Cheese. I don't know what it is. I have no prior knowledge. I just got that feeling and I feel warm inside. Or it's just the lights.
Let's see. It's 101 degrees in here right now.
All right. I
So-
think you might be safe.
We thank y'all for tuning in. Keep sending in your ideas, giving us your feedback. We're having a good time. We hope you are too. We'll see you next week. We may be on Wednesday, we may be on Thursday, but we'll give you a heads up. This is Whine and Cheese, number 39. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will talk to you next time. Yeah.